Okay, cool. So glad to have you here. This is the December Blessings and Peace meditation. And I'm so excited to have RoseAnn Janzen here today. And before I introduce her, though, I want to tell you a little bit about the Blessings and Peace community, especially if you're not already there. And the Blessings and Peace community was started to cause both blessings and peace. It is a social change organization to cause world peace. And you are all part of it. And by showing up, you actually get more blessings. The world is poured with blessings and peace, which isn't that what we all want? That's where we're all going. And so I would love to introduce RoseAnn, who has joined us today to lead our meditation. And RoseAnn is the inventor of this fabulous game called Expanding Consciousness. And she is an incredible spiritual guide and truly creates expansion, both in bodies and in spaces and in events and in the whole world. I don't know how it works, but it's pretty amazing. And sorry about my big old red nose today. I have a total head cold, so I'm kind of thinking that we're going to do healing here today too. So thank you so much for joining me live. If you're watching this on the recording, please join into all the meditations, and you're welcome to come join the Blessings and Peace community on our Facebook group. So with that, I would love to turn this over to RoseAnn. And RoseAnn, you get to do whatever you want with us. So I know. So it's going to be an adventure and a spiritual adventure, as RoseAnn often leads. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm very excited to do a meditation with you.
Well, thank you, Jean. That's just my volume turning up here. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And if you know me at all, you know that my meditations are actually quite fast and powerful. And there is a reason for that. As it has been proven by science that women actually benefit more from shorter meditations, and they have a capacity to reach the meditative state so much faster. And men actually benefit from longer meditations. So it's very interesting, but of course we can all do all of them and benefit from all of them. And there's different uses for all different types of meditation. So I want to tell you about a stat that I learned from Jeffrey Allen. And that's that the number of people needed to influence change in a group. And that is the square root of 1% of the target population. So what that means is that every one of us directly and powerfully influences 100 people. And so the meditation that we're going to do today will actually even expand on that. So let's get started. Let's just stretch a little bit and get comfy. Oh, take a few deep breaths. The interesting thing about those statistics is that you don't know who you're affecting. You could be affecting a single mom. You could be affecting a drug addict. You could be affecting someone who's spiraling into depression. You could be affecting a lawyer who needs a win-win outcome. There's so many possibilities of doing good in this world. And they don't all have to be super big and deep and like traumatic. We influence everybody. And with every influence, we make the world a better place. So let's just either close your eyes or unfocus your eyes a little bit in front of you, as if you're daydreaming, not really looking at anything. And just take a few deep belly breaths. And let the light come in through the top of your head from about 300 feet above you. Let the light go all the way through you and out your feet and back up around and in through your head. And this light moves through you and around you in 3 torus fields all the time. And yet you naturally bring in and give out energy from all around you. You're not a static being. You're a constant influencer. Imagine your awareness and let your awareness expand out bigger than the room that you're in. And expand bigger than the city you're in. Let your awareness keep expanding bigger than the state that you're in. Bigger than the country that you're in. Bigger than the continent that you're on. Your awareness has unlimited capacity to expand. Just let it expand and expand, bigger than the world. Let it keep expanding and expanding until you can see the world within you. And bring your attention to that world that you're seeing. And all the little dots of humans. I'd like you to invite all those humans that you're seeing to come with you on this journey. See them smiling and shaking hands with others. And they're all inviting others to come too. And as the whole of us expands and expands, we can expand even bigger than the universe. We can see the entirety of creation within us. Now I'd like you to invite Source, expanding all around you. And just let yourself relax and lean back and experience that you are one with Source. We are all one and the same. And with all the amazing thoughts of gratitude and forgiveness and generosity and love and pure joy and play that we get to experience, we expand that into everybody into all parts of Source. Just rest in this place for a little bit. Knowing that all this love is yours to give and yours to receive. When you're ready, I want you to bring this state back with you. Don't leave it. Bring it back and live it. For in the living of our expanded consciousness and awareness, we expand it into all of those next to us and even those far from us. And so this meditation, it's so quick and easy for you to expand and remember that you are Source and one with every other living creature and every other inanimate object, and that indeed everything is imbued with Source, with the life of the cosmos. And it all deserves our love and gratitude and appreciation. And so you can do this many times during the day, while you make a meal, while you have a shower, while you wait in line. And the more that we expand our capacity to live from this greater state of awareness, of expanded consciousness, the greater our impact and influence in the world. So thank you all.
Thanks so much, RoseAnn. And since you are so efficient in your meditations, I'm wondering if we can ask a few questions of you. Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
Cool. So one of the things that I've noticed in the Blessings and Peace group is that one of the things as we lean into blessings that show up, there are people who are asking for blessings and peace for their current money situation and their need for more money. And I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about that and how blessings do pour down on us and how that shows up. Is that kind of a broad question? But I'm wondering if
it's actually pretty timely. It's interesting because I've been guided to talk about money, to start talking about it. And we're in a phase right now where we're moving out of what we have, our experience of money as it has been so far. And we're moving into the experience of currency. And currency is present time. We experience money more as, or we have been experiencing as either we had it or we want it, but we're never in enough of it. And so currency, being in the present time, it's much more about us. It's about relationships. And it's about exactly how we feel in the present time, how we are experiencing the present time, and what we are doing in the present time. So if we can start keeping our vibration, our thoughts on our greater joy of our excitement. And I know others have talked about this, but it's a little different. It's smiling, right? It's the greatest gift you can give is a smile, and to be looking forward to all that can come to you with excitement, the anticipation of what's coming. And so it's not an anticipation of money. It's an anticipation of how great, how amazing the cosmos is, and how it can provide for everyone all at the same time. And another thing that we're experiencing, and we see this with like things like Uber and Airbnb right now, is that we're moving into a sharing situation rather than an ownership grabbiness kind of thing, where I need a big house, I need a bigger house, I need a yacht, I need a big car. We're moving to shared shops for like woodworking shops and metalworking shops. We're looking to shared vehicles. We're looking to shared accommodations, whereas maybe if I'm blessed with lots of currency, I might have 5 houses, but I'll be sharing those houses, not that they're sitting empty waiting for me to show up. So it's much more of a fluid economy that we're moving into, and a more fluid state of being. And as we become more appreciative of the incredible abundance that is available in the world, we will move more and more into this. And as we pay much more attention to exactly what we're thinking and exactly the words that we're using, we will move into it even faster. And so there are many people who have considerable wealth, who some, like, they lock everything up, they have guards, they have security systems, and there's others who never lock anything. It's completely open. They have the understanding that if someone needs something that badly, that they would break the windows and they would risk their life, they can have it. It's all shared. There is nothing that actually belongs to us. And if we look at every world war or every war ever, anything can be taken away from us. So there's really no point in hoarding things. I hope that answers the question.
Well, yes. And so so I heard you say in that there's really the exercise of appreciation, mm-hmm. and also of listening to my dog squeak her toy. And so not just appreciation, but staying in the vibration of wealthiness. Is there any other kind of specific things that people need to do to really own that?
Many people say that vibration comes first, but if you read the Bible, it's word comes first, and it's very important to pay attention to the words that you are thinking and that are coming and that you're giving out, because that's what creates the vibration. And it doesn't matter what language they're in. It's like you can talk to a baby with, you can read the weirdest book to a baby, but if you say it in the most loving and in, heartfelt way, the baby responds to that. That's the vibration that comes out. So, whoops. Sorry. It's my
That's
phone.
okay.
Didn't think to turn it off. Um,
That's really cool. So, is there anyone else here that has questions about that, about both blessings or peace? Like anything you want to ask RoseAnn? She's actually pretty amazing at all this. So, floor is open.
So, RoseAnn, so when you say that everything is shared, so um, it, like it, I intellectually I can get that. Like I can get that concept,
mhm.
and yet that seems very foreign, I guess. Like really, like, well, how would that really like work, kind of thing? And like just in the fact that the question that I was thinking Jean was asking was like, so people want to have more money, and I'm like, well, if I have a certain amount of money, how am I sharing that? Like, so like kind of like it's a little, I don't know, that's a little out there for me, I guess, the sharing part.
If we start from where we are right now,
Mm-hmm.
there are places set up now where entrepreneurs share their offices. So
Sure.
if I want to go to where you live and you want to
Mm-hmm.
come here, you use my office, I use yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple.
Okay.
Okay, so that's where we start, right? We don't start with sharing money. The
Okay.
idea of money is the idea that's going to be gone. But
Oh, got it.
we're working into the idea of shared ownership, not shared ownership, shared stewardship.
Okay.
So we are stewards of. I'm a steward of this building that I have here.
Mm-hmm.
It's an agreement with this house. I also talk to my house, so
Oh.
yeah. So once you realize too that everything is imbued with intelligence and spirit and the capacity to communicate with you, you'll realize that our thinking that we own stuff, that it belongs to us, kind of starts falling away.
Okay.
And so we've got a long way to go. There's no doubt about it. It's a complete mindset shift,
Okay.
but it is coming, and we can make it come in a good way, or it can come in a not such a good way.
Okay. Right.
So,
Well, that makes more sense now.
So, RoseAnn, in our meditation, you had us expand to connect with Source and then hang out there. Is that part of this whole process as well?
absolutely. What I ask you to do, like most meditations say, oh, to bring your awareness back to your body and the earth and everything. But I specifically say to bring that back with you. Stay in that connected, expanded space, and learn how to operate as a human while you're there. That's the connection of heaven and earth, of spirit and body.
That's beautiful.
Mhm.
So, does anyone else have questions, or Lisa, you can ask more too. Any other questions about that, or anything else?
I have a couple questions, RoseAnn. Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm in Bloomington with Lisa. And I've been working on expanding my my field, so to say, because I'm working on I'm going to be publishing a book next year, and it's just really interesting because the book is a self-help book seen through the lens of food and cooking. And so what I'm noticing in my life is that I'm having all these really interesting experiences that kind of shine a light on certain ways of being that I have, and then I get to make a choice about it. So one of the things I've struggled with is in the area of finances, and like I think you were saying something in the meditation or something, is like, it's like I have money, and then I'm in the fear of not having money. And so then, like, I had a couple of really nice jobs scheduled for this month that we're going to bring in quite a bit of money, and now one of them canceled and the other one might need to postpone. And then that immediately sends me in the panic mode, which kind of closes me down. So, like, in practical terms, like, what is it that we can do to really have ourselves set up so that we're continuously, like, in that flow where we're receiving?
Well, expand what you believe possible. And what's happening is we want to control how it comes.
Yeah,
If
I
I
totally
say
want to control it.
from my own life, I want massive amounts of money to come in through my business, in my work, and awesome, Steve. But the reality is that money comes to me in so many ways. And when I feel like I'm in lack, it's completely in my head. It is not reality based at all. And when I get all twisted up about money, not having enough money in my business or not having enough money for this or that, and that's just a story I'm telling myself. The truth is, we live in a hugely abundant world. Right now, we have the most peace of any time ever, and the most opportunity for employment of any kind. And so if I tell myself that I'm unemployable, or that I can't make money in my business, or I can't do something because I don't have enough money, that's just a story in my head, because I am employable. I can go out and get a job anywhere. If I'm limiting the universe to giving me money from one way, like if I tell the universe it can only give me money from the work I do online, well, that's like telling somebody that they can only be nourished by eating a tomato. That's it. That's the only way they can be nourished. That's ridiculous, right?
Right.
So it's all our mindset, and it's all what we're telling ourselves. We're never really in lack. And even, it sounds weird, but even people who are homeless, everything is opening up now so that we're caring for each other far more than we ever have before. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so what I heard out of that is that, I typically have gotten money through working a certain way. Like, I cook for people, like I'm a chef. So that's how I expected the money to come in, like through clients and doing, catering jobs and other stuff. So, like, what I hear you saying is to be open to money coming to me in other ways.
Oh yes, absolutely. We get inheritance, and we can, if we listen to what people actually want from us, that in itself is going to open up even more. Because quite often we decide that we want our business to be a certain way and we want to give this particular thing, but nothing else. But if you actually start listening to people and asking individual people what it is that they want and what they need, it'll open up for you. Like the possibilities of how your business can look will expand for you. And people will tell you how to expand it.
Okay.
And that's so fulfilling for you, right? Because then you're really helping people. You're really participating in currency rather than in money.
Right. Well, thank you. That does make sense.
You're welcome.
That's so awesome. Excuse me. Toonie, anything that you would like to add or questions or anything else? I'm so glad that you were able to pop in with us today. Hang on, I'll unmute you. Okay, I got you unmuted.
Oh, I'm just mulling things, and
Got it.
I love the idea of abundance and opening to the difference between money and currency. It's very pertinent to the things I have to do even tomorrow. So as I meet with my financial advisor,
Awesome.
grasping thoughts. I'm going in much more positive than I felt today.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm not sure what that means, but I definitely apply that meditation before I go meet with her tomorrow.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, I thank you all so much for coming. Anything else, RoseAnn, that you want to add, or are you good?
Well, it's so wonderful being here and having this opportunity. And it's so nice to meet all of you. My gosh. Thank you. And know that today we have touched millions.
That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. And I will put up the replay of this if you want to listen to the meditation again or reflect back on what RoseAnn says. So that should be up shortly. I'll send you the link to that inside the Blessings and Peace group. And I'm just so happy that you all came out. Next month, we're actually going to do our meditation on January 2nd, which is the first Wednesday of the month. And our guest meditator is Kavita Singh, and she is going to be doing a meditation on New Year magic, miracles, and manifestations. So that is a not to be missed one. I'm sure it will be fabulous. And I'm so glad that you all came. Thank you so much. And we will see you all in the group.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, Jean.
Thanks, Jean.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.